All right, happy Tuesday, everybody. It's time for our 5-on-5, and this week's random piece of exercise equipment of choice is ta-da, a book. Whether it's a big book, a small book, hardcover, paperback, whatever, various sizes, various weights. The options are endless. So today, that is going to be our tool of choice. So we have 5 really great exercises and some new takes on exercises you've probably seen and done many times. We'll do a little more exciting variation today, or hopefully more exciting. So to get started, we're going to do one of my ultimate favorites for training pelvic stability and our core. It's a great exercise to use when I work with people in the gym, and we have a weight plate available. So this is our substitute weight plate today. We're going to do some kneeling half moons. So we start kneeling, putting the knees nice and wide. Our feet come in towards each other. So from the side, get my knees set up. And now you'll notice here, my pelvis is tilted anteriorly. I want to lengthen that tailbone down. It engages the abdominals. I'm up tall and stable. Glutes are now working. And there's a lot going on here. And now I'm ready. I have my book, my weight. I'm starting from the side, coming up and over and down to the other side. Up and over. Hips are locked into place. That's why this is a great way to train pelvic stability, because we have a tendency to want to flex and twist and dip. And what we're doing here is dissociating the movement through the hips and the pelvis and the lumbar spine from what we do in our upper body. We're training our obliques, our intercostals, and multifidi and intraspinalis muscles to do their job, to bring us up and over. Now these muscles are stretched, ready to contract, to bring that weight back over. And because I did an exercise yesterday that effectively worked my obliques, they are sore, and this really brings it out, so I know they are activated and working. So that is our kneeling half moon. Maybe a little side view. Go down, up and over. And from there, still kneeling, we're going to do a stability shoulder press. So we're going to take this book one side at a time, bringing it upright so it's a little more unstable, especially if it's heavier. So if you have shoulder stability issues, if you're weaker in the shoulders, start with something that's lighter and work your way up. We're up tall, again, locked into place. Press that book straight up and bring it right back down. Going to want to waver and move, which forces us to maintain stability. Pack that shoulder blade against the back of our rib cage so we can move from that joint effectively and without issue. You do the other, one side, switch it right over to the other. Then, last kneeling exercise, we're going to do some horizontal fly switches. Oh yeah, so we're taking that book, holding it out in front of us, inhaling out to the side, exhale back to center, switch, and opening. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. We don't want to keep them up here. It's not where we're doing our work. Up tall, moving with the breath. The changing load is great for waking up our muscles, for stimulating our muscles to work and understand how to move from no load to load. And then we're going to move to some seated exercises. So here we are up tall. We're going to keep those knees together or as close together as they comfortably go. Depending on everybody's anatomy, that could be a little bit different. And we're up tall. We have our book. And we're going to inhale and start to hinge back, but press forward. Exhale back up. Inhale, maintaining spinal alignment, open chest. Exhale back up. Now we don't want to be here. That's not a good spot. So only go as far back as you can maintain form. If you feel weaker, use a lighter book. Don't use one at all. We want to make sure that our knees stay together. We want the work to stay in our abdomen, not into our hip flexors. We have a tendency to want to open up as we come back up to pull up. Keep them together. Let that core do the work. That's our reclining presses. And our last one is going to be another no load to load exercise, Russian twist pickup. So we're probably all familiar with the Russian twist exercise. And here we have our book on one side. I'm going to rotate one side, book side, pick it up, drop it off, come back, pick it up, drop it off. And you notice a big change in the activation in your muscles of this exercise when you do it this way versus keeping it close to you, always holding on to it. We tend to get a little lazy and sloppy. This really forces us, really enforces form and alignment. Pick it up and drop it off. Pick it up and drop it off. So there are 5 really great exercises you can do with a book. And of course, you can use a weight of your choice as well, but this is an option for something if you don't have that. I don't have any weights, so this is what I got. So there's some things you can do, maybe a little different, kneeling and seated. For our 5-on-5 today, our kneeling half moon, kneeling stability shoulder press, kneeling horizontal fly switches. We had our reclining presses and our Russian twist pickups. So that's what we have for today. If you have questions, comments, concerns, drop me a line and I can address those. If there's something else you'd like to see or you'd like to see me use, so if you have some piece of equipment or something around your house, you'd be like, hey, what can I do with this? Drop a line, let me know, and I'll show you. I can't answer what is not asked. So, all right, that's our 5-on-5 for today. And see you next.